Foamstars may be the biggest surprise of Summer Game Fest. When Foamstars debuted during the PlayStation Showcase, it's fair to say there were plenty of confused reactions related to its obvious similarities to a certain Nintendo Squid shooter. However, after we were able to get our hands on it for a few matches at Summer Game Fest Playdays, one thing is certain: Square Enix's multiplayer game doesn't deserve to be dismissed. As a fun take on a 4 vs 4 shooter genre with a unique foam mechanic at its centre, it's not hyperbole to say that Foamstars was one of the biggest surprises at this week's show. On the surface, as the reactions to the PlayStation Showcase prove, Foamstars does very closely resemble the paint-splattered exploits of Nintendo's Squid Kids. The characters in Foamstars are indeed covering an area with some sort of substance, foam in this case, paint and Splatoon, and using it to both benefit their team and hinder their opponents. This, however, is as far as the comparison goes, as the game immediately sets its own tone as soon as the match begins. For starters, in the demo we played, the roster of the selectable characters featured 4 archetypes, each with their own unique skill set. One uses rapid fire weapons, another wants to get up close and personal with shotgun blasts, a third can spread foam from long distances, and a fourth specialises in generating copious amounts of foam for their team. However, each of them also has their own style and presence in the arena, a particular highlight being the purple-haired statesman complete with monocle and mustache. Giving these characters more of a personality makes them stand out among the crowd, and in turn makes it more interesting for the player. The main game mode was 4v4 team deathmatch style affair, but with a twist. After a team achieves 7 kills, the top performer on the other team becomes the star player, and taking them out results in victory for the team. Eliminations are scored by shooting opponents with enough foam to completely trap them in a bubble, which is signalled by a small chance icon when achieved, and then sliding into that bubble with the surf mechanic once they're in there. If someone on your team becomes covered in foam, that chance becomes help and you can free them from the bubble by sliding into them. It's unique, it's fun and it's tense. Under the best circumstances, winning a close match has the potential to elicit a jumping out of your chair reaction. In one of our demo matches, we got off to an early lead and were able to spawn the star player while the other team had only scored 2 kills. Within minutes, the tide had completely turned and suddenly both star players were in play and a winner-take-all vibe took over the match. Players on each side shouted loudly as the 2 stars deftly avoided foam while being protected by their teammates, with our team ultimately winning the match to cheers of relief. That's the kind of first impression a game should make. The arena where our demo matches took place, the aptly named Bath Vegas, was essentially flat, a circular stage with black floors, a fountain in the middle, and a few spires that could be climbed. It's a fairly nondescript stage with few remarkable attributes, though it does serve as a good tutorial. That said, we do hope future stage designs offer a little more than that. What really sets Foamstars apart from its cephalopodic counterpart, however, is the foam itself. The paint in Splatoon sticks to surfaces and lets the player swim in it, and Foamstars foam shares those qualities to a point, but it's also capable of more. As what is essentially a 3D object being generated into the playing space and can be shaped into a wall to protect from attacks or shaped into a hill for better vantage points, which is an impressive trick and should help differentiate it from Splatoon. While talking about the game to other attendees of the show, it became apparent that Foamstars has the potential to be a bit of a sleeper hit. The team-based shooter genre is undoubtedly crowded, but the mechanics in this one help it stick out enough to give players a shot. Foamstars may be onto something, but then it's up to Square Enix to ensure the bubble doesn't burst and prevent people being whipped up into lava over its similarities to Nintendo's multiplayer gem.